Let's see if this is live. Is this live? I think this is live. I think. It says excellent connection. I think we're good. Hey, what's going on? Good morning. You guys should hear me. Hear me okay? Share this out on socials. Yep, you hear me okay? Great. That is good. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm just waiting for 8 a.m. to get here, and then I'll switch it over. We'll watch this Halo stuff. I haven't streamed in a while, so I figure what the hell. Might as well jump on here and do something. Yeah, we'll find out together if it's good, because I have no idea either. I assume it will be, but we'll watch it and see. Like I said, looks like it's gonna premiere here in about 60 seconds, and then I will switch it over. Yes, for those that are asking, yeah, I will be hosting the Xbox Game Showcase Extended on Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific, and hope you can check it out. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun to be able to do. I'll be able to sit down and have some extended conversations with some of the devs for some of the reveals that we saw yesterday. And looks like this should be switching over here in just a second. So we will watch some Halo, see what we think here. Hey, Robin, I appreciate that. I will just simply say, you got to chase your dreams, man. You can't just sit on the sidelines and hope. You're gonna have to put in the work to be able to do it. But it's a fun journey. Just got to have a lot of patience. Got to stay consistent with it. All right, looks like we're switching over here. All right. How's the volume on there? Good. These glasses, this is Shaq Eye Gear. If you go to shaqigear.com, use our code GTR, you can get 10% off on these glasses. I actually have a second pair as well, different color. Volume's good. Close that. Let me change something really quick. I don't need messages firing off while I'm doing this. Here we go. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. All right, let's see this Halo multi. Let's see what we got.
just the feeling of like being in a firefight and hearing the click of the gun, throwing it down, grabbing one off the wall.
My gunner's upside down and he's like laying in. I see kill assist, kill assist, kill assist.
Any pistol across any of the games. Whatever gun allows me to feel the most like John Wick, I am there.
Remember how excited I was with like this big combat with vehicles going all over the place.
Halo means something different for everyone, right? I think that's what makes Halo great.
What is Halo multiplayer? And for me, it boils down to this tight arena-style combat and big team battle, this wide open, vehicle-infused kind of combat. We're taking that awesome legacy or classic Halo combat experience and modernizing it in ways that'll feel fresh to old players and really exciting to new players. We're gonna give you great ways to customize your Spartan, really make your super soldier your own, and we're kicking off a journey, an experience that's gonna evolve month to month, season to season, year after year.
For me, working through this multiplayer of this game, and the toughest challenge I think was really about
Tom,
how do we
I will be talking to him on
respect the
Thursday.
legacy of what came before us, but still build something that feels new.
We've tried to bring all these elements of legacy and really inject them into Halo Infinite, not just like in a way where you kind of won't notice it, where you feel like, oh, they really designed this to be a celebration of previous Halo, as well as an iteration of where Halo can go next. The vision of Arena was all about a tight experience. It was all about being fair. It was all about earning everything on the map, earning everything, every kill you get.
Going back to like what is the core foundation of what made the great Halo multiplayer arena matches great. Halo, it's really about fair and balanced starts, so everybody's on equal footing when they come off the rip. And then once they start running around, it's about scavenging, it's about finding new toys and kind of developing your playstyle as you run through the match.
What makes Halo feel like Halo? I feel like the answer to that question is the sandbox. Like, the sandbox is Halo.
When we set out to look at Halo Infinite from a high level and the direction of what it is, there's lots of exciting things there because we really wanted to push what are the things that are true to Halo, but what are the things that fans haven't seen yet?
Equipment is back, but equipment is kind of has a bigger voice than ever before. We ask questions to ourselves of if you could go after a power weapon to get a bunch of kills, would you do that, or could you go and get grapple to make sure that you swing yourself to the other side of a map to back cap a stronghold? We saw it as like another avenue of not just skill expression, but tactics for teams to coordinate around.
The exciting combinatory nature of this toy plus this toy and how those interact with objectives is super amazing.
Looking at how the power-ups play, like your classic power-ups like the overshield and the active camouflage. For this title, what we're looking at, what we're excited for, is you pick that up and you choose when you activate it. It goes into your inventory. If you haven't used it and someone kills you in multiplayer, you drop that overshield and then they could take it, use it for themselves. That to me is very legacy, but we took the equipment side of it and modernized it. When it comes to the vehicles, we went in and decided to invest a lot in the systems. When I take damage in my Warthog, my wheels can get blown off, my hood can get blown off. There's different aspects of the vehicle that change how my vehicle handles now. And that's something that's brand new.
The other thing we added to that is like this doomsday mechanic. So when you hit this threshold, the vehicle catches fire, and it's very much, you've got a certain amount of health or a certain amount of time, and you gotta choose what you wanna do with the last minutes of this vehicle.
We've got a cousin to the Warthog, which is the Razorback.
The back has this like multi-storage compartment that you can put a lot of stuff into. So if you want to put like detached turrets, power weapons, fusion coils, objectives, and that is what's really making the Razorback kick a lot of butt in MP and campaign.
The levels define pace for the game, how frantic it is, and they define that iconic fantasy for players as they're entering that match. What do they want to do? What type of experience are they hoping to have? What kind of combat, what kind of dance floor is there available to have that combat in?
For me, BTB is all about experiencing the full extent of the sandbox of Halo in just one match, right? Like you see the vehicles, the weapons, the equipment.
Nice.
We really wanted to take that kind of concept, those feels you had, playing the previous games, and just turn the volume up. Vehicles are no longer just spawning at bases anymore. We have Pelicans delivering them, and we have a commander in your ear telling you that Pelicans are going to be dropping off these vehicles.
Scorpion tank is inbound.
We have Halo 2 style Delta Halo mission weapon pods that fall from the sky to resupply the field.
That's where it makes it feel like a real battlefield, and it's very exciting.
This is not just
see
more
what you're
players,
doing.
this is just this certain beautiful slice of sci-fi chaos.
The announcer is your big gameplay moments, your game modes, just like the way it was before. Personal AI is really a reflection and information for the player.
Personal AI, designation button.
So if a player grabs the flag, your personal AI is going to tell you to, get that thing back to base and give you some moment-to-moment updates.
Our team took the enemy flag.
What if we can let players choose their own AI, and each one of those are different voices, so that players can find the one that fits their personality and their mood
talking to him
best.
too.
They add the sense of me as a Spartan being more important, and for us in multiplayer, it is really about becoming a Spartan. You're Spartan. You are you inside of the Halo universe.
The body of customization content that we have on day one ensures that there will be millions of customization combinations for Spartans on the battlefield. That includes things like armor coatings, armor emblems, various armor effects, down to the individual armor pieces. So your shoulders, your gloves, your knee pads, your helmet, your visor, your helmet attachments. Then you look at weapons, and we've got a whole slew of customization offerings there. Vehicles have a huge pool of customizations too. We support customization in the game. Players can do the same thing on HaloWaypoint.com as well as the Halo Waypoint app.
Okay, that's
The
dope.
player also customizes the Spartan, the soldier inside the suit. We want the Spartan to represent the player as much as possible. They can change their body type and their voice, as well as choose prosthetics for the first time.
Coatings offer us a unique opportunity to craft some hyper-polished looks and let you express yourselves in ways you've never been able to before. So we're coming at this from a player-first mentality. So what that means is that there's no random loot in this. There's no loot boxes. It's very important to us that everyone understands exactly how they unlock customization content, and we have a variety of places where they can do that. First off is the Battle Pass.
The Halo Battle Pass will never be taken away from you. And what I mean by that is once you buy it, it's yours and does not expire. In future seasons, you can purchase old Battle Passes as well as the current Battle Pass and choose which Battle Pass to put your progression towards.
Interesting.
All of these rewards are single source, so you're never going to be confused about where things come from. If you can unlock something in the Battle Pass, we're not going to let any other players circumvent that by purchasing it out of the storefront.
A lot of our stuff is unlocked through playing the game and only through playing the game. All customization is just cosmetic.
Every season will have its own theme and introduce new components, new looks, new gameplay for players, new opportunities to earn and collect cool rewards. We've seen the Samurai already. That's one of our event armor cores, and that's going to be something that players can earn through gameplay for free.
With us going free to play for the multiplayer part of the game, that was a big goal because, how do we have a way we can always bring players in, right? And they can, when we have a new update, they'll just dip their toes in if they even just want to see it.
Not only are we free to play, but we're free to play on PC as well as console. And what that means is we're able to get the biggest audience we've ever had. Everybody gets to play with no barriers. And even better, your progression carries from one platform to the next.
Getting our game to be on PC and console at the same time is an amazing chance for us to really just kind of excite new players about the game. How can we do things like make cross-play interesting, and even in just customs, being able to just play with your friends. That some people have PCs and some people have consoles, and let them talk to each other, let them be friends.
Why are you here?
To be a Spartan.
The Academy is a place that you can go within MP to kind of onboard into the experience. It's great for newer players who are still picking up the controls, and also people who want to warm up before they head into matchmaking. It's a series of experiences both a tutorial to get started for the first time, weapon drills to practice with specific items, and also training mode that you can use to just get warm, explore the game as you want to.
For players who are new to Halo, let's help them learn what this universe is about. Some of these characters, what are they about? And help them kind of know the vocabulary that people have been speaking for now almost 20 years, so that when they come in there, they don't feel like they're behind everyone else. They can kind of come in on an even footing.
I mean, I'm super jazzed about bots. I think they're awesome. Our goal with bots has been to have a variety of difficulties that kind of provide a good training partner for wherever you're at in the experience.
Partnering with our players on the road to launch and after launch is absolutely critical, right?
I mean, Halo's always been about the community conversation.
We want to make sure we hear our players, make changes where we can based on that feedback, make sure the game is ready for launch, and then even beyond launch.
What I'm genuinely excited about is taking the game out of our hands and putting it into the community's hands. You know, whether it's seeing what people make in Forge or the content that they're able to create with theater, watching streamers go after the game.
To get involved, you go to haloinsider.com, put in your info with your gamer tag, and we should be able to reach out to you if we want to invite you to a Halo Infinite flight.
We feel like we've got a pretty good selection at launch and what's going to be there for our fans. And this isn't going to be something that is just a static set of items. We have some new stuff in the works already, and just can't wait to really get into that as soon as this game comes out.
New maps, new modes, new ways to customize your Spartan. Launches.
That map's
just
going to
beginning.
be fun.
Now we're just going to be able to talk, interact more frequently, and that's just going to be great. That is the future of Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Thank you to the community for all their feedback over the years so far, and I'm looking forward to the road to launch, launch itself, and beyond.
All right. Looks to be it. Holiday 2021. I think that's it. All right. So I think that's it. Appreciate everyone hanging out for that, and I will mute that. So I'm actually curious what you all think as we got a chance to watch that and get some bits about the multiplayer, kind of see the direction that they're going. I mean, highlighting obviously the customization options that we're going to have, the fact that it's free to play, how they're planning to, you know, they didn't get too in depth, but how they're kind of planning to monetize this. The fact that we're going to be able to have cross progression, you know, across multiple platforms, console, PC, cloud, etc. So it looks good. You know, I've been pretty, what's the word I'm looking for here? I've been pretty adamant that they can't just give us traditional Halo. Hold on, I'm pulling up the chat. So give me 1 second. Apologize for that. But I've been pretty adamant that I feel they can't just stay static with classic Halo, with the classic modes, but it's pretty much what they're doing at launch. It looks fun. All of it looks fun. It's fun for me. Big team battle stuff, all that looks great. The sandbox, obviously the weapons. I liked how Tom highlighted Halo at its best is you come in on even ground, and then you're basically progressing and changing your strategy as you're going around scavenging and grabbing weapons. I like the fact that you're going to see drop ships and Pelicans come in, you know, bringing in new equipment, new vehicles, weapons, etc. So all of that looks really good to me. I do think my concern still stands that I wonder about my kids. I just use my kids as the gauge when it comes to this. They didn't grow up with Halo. They didn't grow up with it like I did, probably like a lot of you watching this did. And I'm excited for it. I'm going to be there day one. I'm going to have fun with it. But I just wonder if this is enough to get the quote unquote new generation to jump in and want to start playing Halo. Free to play obviously is going to be a great help with that, because like Joe stated, no pun intended, they're going to be able to have their biggest audience. You're going to be able to have the all right, I don't have to spend money to at least try this. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think they need Battle Royale. I don't think it needs to be straight up BR the way that, we've seen it in other games. I was kind of expecting them to maybe implement some of those things into a certain mode that they were doing, but it doesn't seem to be the case. And I'm going to go into this at launch with an open mind, and I'm sure I'm going to have a blast playing it. I'm going to have fun. And I hope it being free to play is going to want to get people to jump in. Someone in the chat even said this: once your kids watch you play, they'll jump in and play. That's the hope, I guess, right? I hope that. I hope my son and my youngest daughter see me playing and they go, you know what, I want to jump in and I want to play too. And I'm guessing that's what 343 and Xbox is hoping as well, that this being free to play, getting a bunch of creators and streamers out there actually playing Halo, showing that they're having fun playing Halo with Big Team Battle and Slayer and just some of the other modes that'll potentially be in there, that'll be enough to get people to go, well, you know what? It's free. Why not? Let me go pick it up and try it out for myself. So I'm trying to look at the chat here, see if anyone has any questions or other comments out there. But what I saw looked good. All of that looked really good. I'm excited for it. As a matter of fact, I have a super chat here, and I appreciate that. And I'm going to butcher the name, brother. Kasubi. I'm just going to say that. I think the staple stuff will be there, but more will be added to keep the player base in interest. And I think you very well may be right. That may be what they're going to do. Let's get the base multiplayer. Let's do what we do best first. Get that out there. And then they can start experimenting with modes. And obviously on XCast, myself, Mike, and Gary, we were kind of thinking maybe that's a mistake. Maybe it's not. Maybe we're wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because I hope that Halo is great at launch. I hope it can do enough to attract more people to want to come in and play it as well. And like Jack is saying here, it looks very polished. Yeah, I agree. What we're seeing right now with that multiplayer definitely looks extremely polished. This is where getting another year of development time, I'm sure, has helped, where what that multiplayer is was probably already ready to go last year. But the fact that they got more time, it allows them to polish, do more play testing, get some lessons learned, see the things that work and that don't work. But Joe Staten made the great point. They got to get the game into the community's hands, and we'll see with the flights, some of the feedback that comes from that. And obviously when it comes out at launch, we'll see more as well. And Tyler, thank you for that super chat. And you're saying the customization looks like they put a lot of thought into it. The app will be fun. Yeah, I like that they're tying the customization to the app. I think all that's going to be really good as well. I did see while we were watching, I saw some in the chat, there was a little hesitation over, the monetization of that. It sounds like a lot of things you'll be able to earn just by playing the game. I'm sure there's going to be some things cosmetic wise that are gated, behind a paywall, so to speak. And that's just the price of doing business. Is optional. Again, none of the things that you buy in the microtransactions seems like you're going to have to, it's not a pay to win scenario. They're completely cosmetic. So it's just a choice. If you see something that you absolutely want to make your Spartan look like and you can't earn it in the game, you'll have to pay for it. Other games do that now. So to me, that's not a surprise. The Battle Pass stuff is interesting as well, that they're going to have you buy a battle pass, that's your battle pass, and you get to progress in that track. You can buy older battle passes and you progress in that track. I want to see this play out more. I'll definitely have more questions about that and want to see how that plays out over time. And I know I had another super chat here. I want to grab that before it goes away. And Captain Chats with the super chat, thank you, sir, saying congrats on Thursday. Halo multiplayer could be massive if it catches on. Completely agree. And thank you. Yeah, Thursday should be fun. Since Halo Waypoint put it out, yes, I am going to have a conversation with a few of the gentlemen that you saw in this video about Halo Infinite multiplayer, about the trailer. We're going to talk about the trailer, so that should be a lot of fun as well. Another super chat. Why is Date being held back playing chicken? They're not playing chicken. Actually, this has already been talked about. I know Jeff Grubb said this as well. They don't want to commit to a date because they're focused right now during COVID, working at home. We have to be respectful and sensitive to that. But under the current conditions, they want to get this game right and make sure they hit the date. So they don't want to publicly commit to something and then they can't meet that date. You know what I mean? So have complete respect for that. Even if it winds up slipping to 2022, understandable. I just want Halo to be great. I'm not worrying about the day that it comes out. I'm just worrying that they get it right and then it launches in a very polished and stable state. And okay, John, thank you for that super chat. And you're saying congrats on Thursday, man. Well deserved. Can't wait to hear from some of the teams. Also, Halo is looking great. Again, thank you. Yeah, Thursday should be great. For those that are in here that may not know, Thursday I will be the host of the Xbox Game Showcase Extended. This will allow me the opportunity to have some extended conversations with some of the devs and some of the games that you got to see yesterday during the Xbox Bethesda Showcase. So that should be a lot of fun. I want to thank Xbox for that opportunity. So Thursday, June 17th, 10 a.m. Pacific. Tune into that. And let's see. What else do we have here? Brad, I think the Going Gold announcement will coincide with the release date. Yeah, I think so as well. When they're confident, when they know they got it locked in. And you also got to remember this. And I have zero inside knowledge on this. This is speculation on my part. It's 20-year anniversary of Xbox and Halo. I would assume they're going to do something around that. So I've always long expected the launch of Halo Infinite to coincide with the 20-year anniversary. Just seems to make sense to me, but maybe they don't want to commit to that yet. That's why they're just saying holiday 2021. And Jason, thank you for the super chat. No comment, but thank you. Again, everyone that's in the super chats, I appreciate the support. Obviously, I've not been streaming a lot lately on my personal channel. I've been streaming over on Kind of Funny, like I've been a part of some of the coverage over the past few days for E3. Obviously, I do XCast and hop on Kind of Funny Daily and other shows over there, but I do appreciate when I am here on my personal channel, the support. I truly appreciate that. When Paris, you're too goddamn cool. I'm like literally the biggest dork you'll ever meet. I'm just a nerd. Ask my wife. I think she went to work already, but if she was still here, she'd tell you I'm just a dork. I'm not cool at all. And what else we got? King Paris, hilarious. Oh, you missed me on my personal channel. Yeah, I mean, look, I know we're talking Halo, but I'll just dive into this super quick. Obviously, the goal with my personal channel was going to be a lot of stuff with Cyberpunk, and that obviously didn't happen, which is why I've not done a lot of streaming stuff here on the channel as of late. Obviously, I've been putting out some other videos and things that, you know, you can watch. Like I did a breakdown of the Xbox virtual press briefing. I did a review for the 3080 Ti here on the channel, things like that. I will continue to do that. I don't know how much I can commit to consistent content here on my personal channel, but trust me, again, I appreciate all the support when I am on here. And okay, got another super chat here, and this is Trask again. Congrats on Thursday. Thanks for being such a positive voice. Love seeing all the Kind of Funny content. Again, thank you. Thank you for all the support. Be it Gamertag Radio, Kind of Funny here on the personal channel. Me just talking nonsense on Twitter. I appreciate all the support. And again, Thursday, please give it a watch. 10 a.m. Pacific with the Xbox Game Showcase Extended. I'll be the host, and I am dying to see the feedback that will come off of that. But it should be a lot of fun, which is what I'm most concerned about. I just want it to be fun. So really looking forward to it. Yeah, Mythic, I do agree. I will definitely try to give this a rewatch in 4K, and just the whole Xbox Bethesda Showcase in general. Definitely go back and watch that in 4K. Forza Horizon 5 in 4K was phenomenal. Matt, yes, I am the captain on Thursday. I am the captain of the ship. I will be hosting the entire show. It will just be me talking to developers and other things. So yeah, looking forward to it. Like I said, I think it'll be a lot of fun. And Mike, thank you for that super chat. For someone that is not into Halo, that gameplay looks fun. I'm proud of you, man, and all the success. Again, thank you. And again, this goes back to what I was saying at the top. It's not about the hardcore Halo audience that they need to worry about. It's the people sitting on the fence or not into Halo. Is this going to be enough to attract them in to want to play Halo? What I've seen so far looks fun as hell. So I would lean towards saying yes. we'll obviously see once some of the flights start with the beta stuff, and obviously when the game comes out itself and the community can really start deep diving into this, we'll see how much it holds up and what it will be able to do to get more people to come in. And what else do we have here? I'm looking at time here, because I just want to hop on for a little bit, watch the stream. But yeah, guys, keep the comments coming. I'll stay on here a little longer because I got up at 5 a.m. and did a bunch of work already. Wait, what is this? Whoops. Sorry. All right, I'll check that in a second. Hey, Devin, maybe cyberpunk bombing was a good thing. At least it gave us pairs doing other great stuff. I will definitely not say it was a good thing that bombed, because it bums the hell out of me, the current state of that game, because I want Cyberpunk to be great. I hope there is a redemption story for that game by the end of this year and going into 2022, because I want to love Cyberpunk. If you look behind me, I still have all my Cyberpunk stuff up. It's not that I've abandoned that game or the premise of it. It just should not have come out when it did. I mean, it's as simple as that. It probably should have been December 2021 instead of December 2020. Am I going to do any impressions of the Herman Miller chair? I did. I talked about this chair about a year ago. I forget where I reviewed it. Probably was on Gamertag Radio if I had to guess. But I've already done a review of the Herman Miller chair. Thank you to Logitech and Herman Miller for sending it to me. I will just say it is comfortable as hell. It is pricey as hell too. But you get what you pay for. Let's put it that way. That's why you see the Cyberpunk chair sitting in the background, because the Herman Miller chair is just very comfortable and very ergonomic and just all the stuff that you would want while you're sitting long-term in a chair. It's great, but it is expensive. It's $1,500. So, you know, buyer beware as far as price goes, but hey, I like it. And again, I have to thank Logitech and Herman Miller for sending it to me. How long is the show? I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out on Thursday. The Thursday show will be on your personal channel, Kind of Funny channel. Well, since I'll be hosting it, it definitely won't be on my personal channel, because I won't be here to actually host it on the personal channel. But I would assume that Kind of Funny and other places will have it up. Obviously, Xbox will have it on their channels as well. What else do we have here comment-wise? But just going back into Halo, just again, my personal thoughts on it. I thought what they just showed was good. Like I said, we're starting to get information about Halo, the multiplayer. Like I said, the customizations, looks like the modes, just the sandbox itself, all of that look good. That map that they keep showing looks like a lot of fun. Looks like it's tailor-made for some big team battle. They're doing 12v12 big team battle in Infinite this time around. So, like I said, I'm excited, because that's the one thing with Halo. Put in the sandbox with the gunplay, the vehicles, get a bunch of people in there to capture the flag. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, like I said, really looking forward to more information about that coming out. And then beyond the multiplayer, let's get more in that campaign as well. I really like what we got to see yesterday during the Xbox Bethesda showcase. Really looks like they're getting back to what made Halo campaign great, which is that story about Chief Cortana. And what do we have here? What was my most hype reveal at E3 so far? Believe it or not, it's Replaced. It's a tie between Replaced and Death's Door. Those are probably the two games that I took out of E3 so far that I'm very excited to see more about. I will give you a spoiler alert. I am angling already to get an interview with the devs for Death's Door, because I really want to talk more about that game, and it's coming in July. It's almost here. It's going to be here really soon. So I'm really excited for that. And then Replaced coming in 2022. It's going to be on Game Pass day one for people that are into that. Definitely want to see more of that. But those were probably my two most hype reveals that I've had so far. E3 is interesting to me this year. Obviously, it's all digital. Obviously, we're not doing it in person. It's so funny. I have media credentials to E3, but I have no appointments to anything. So, and it's not like I've really tried very hard to get any, but I've only had a few invites to things. And obviously, the app and just the website portal stuff is all weird. I think everyone's doing the best that they possibly can do. under the circumstances. So happy to see Greg and Golden Boy over there hosting, the official E3 show. Obviously, the other publishers, the things that we've seen so far. It's been very positive. I've liked a lot of the reveals that we've seen. But under the circumstances, like I said, they're doing the best that they can do, and that's all you can ask. Yeah, you know what? I've not seen the Koch Media one. Haven't seen it. Just heard it was a disaster, so I will just avoid that like the plague. Can you see my digital badge? You know what? Jeff Keighley sent me a digital badge. I don't have it near me. I'd grab it and show you. But yeah, that whole stuff with the digital badge is hilarious. Yeah. I want Replace so bad too. I'm really looking forward to Replaced. It looks like a lot of fun. And I kind of tweeted about this yesterday that I've over the past year have really started to embrace AA and indie games a lot more, because to me, that's the backbone of the industry. That's where the innovation is happening. That's where these smaller teams have no choice but to take risks to try and stand out from the crowd, and they're doing these things, like I said, on these small teams with limited budgets. Like Biomutant gets a lot of flack, but Biomutant is not a AAA game. That is coming from a studio of about 20 people. It's really a AA game that has AAA ambitions. It didn't quite stick the landing, but I have nothing but respect for that team and what they were able to accomplish. It's rough around the edges. I think Biomutant will get better over time, but that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I look at The Ascent when that's coming out in July, and I got to do hands-on preview with that. Freaking love it. I think that game's going to be phenomenal, and it blows my absolute mind that 12 people made that game. 12 people are making that game. And again, this is a AA indie experience that has AAA ambitions. And like I said, from what I played so far, it looks fantastic. I talk about Death's Door. That's another one. You look at Replace. There's so many other ones that are out there on that AA indie. Rain on Your Parade is another game I've absolutely fallen in love with. I just love the ambition of the smaller team. Tunic is going to be something we're all going to get to play here really soon. You couple that stuff with Game Pass. It allows us to discover these smaller titles that we just simply may not have even known about or given our $20, $30, $40 to try out because you're unfamiliar with it. We know about all the big AAA stuff that comes out, but it's that AA indie stuff that really pushes the industry forward, and that excites me. And I definitely want to be more of an advocate for that moving forward and really highlight these games and talk about them a lot more, on the various platforms that I do have. What else do we have here? We're just kind of riffing now. Obviously, we're just coming off the Halo multiplayer. Kind of just doing an open forum here. I still have a little more time before I have to go do other things. But yeah, if you got any comments, questions, anything, just throw them in the chat at me so it'll stand out. If you send a super chat, I appreciate it as well. I appreciate all the support that everyone's been giving. It's this past year, past 18 months, it's just been crazy. And, again, to everyone that may not know at this point, I will be the host of Xbox Game Showcase Extended, which will be this Thursday, June 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific. So I hope you can tune into that, and really looking forward to your feedback. Okay, we got one. Hey, Paris, what were the most visually impressive games that you saw up until now? Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, I think that's the gold standard right now of visually impressive games. I think from what we saw yesterday, Forza Horizon 5 is going to give Ratchet & Clank a run for its money. I mean, that game is just eye candy, man. It really is. I will also say this. Halo Infinite looks to be having a redemption story when it comes to the visuals as well. I mean, that's not why we play Halo, but it looks visually impressive too. What else do we have here? In the Halo multiplayer, what mode would you like to see implemented? I don't know. I want to see. I like the Warzone stuff they did in Halo 5. It was interesting to see that they're not doing like a Warzone 2.0. So maybe that'll come. Maybe something like that. Obviously, they're already doing bots and all that in Infinite, so they can easily transition to kind of a PvP, PvE mode as well. I would like to see them do that again. I am not playing Knockout City. I know everyone else is, and I know a lot of people loving it. I have not played it. Just as you can imagine, I've been pretty busy and traveling the past few weeks, so I've not had the time to really sit down and play that game. I need to. Is the multiplayer revealed today or the Thursday event you're hosting? What I am hosting on Thursday is just an extended conversation with various developers. Since Halo already said it themselves on HaloWaypoint.com, I will be sitting down with 3 of the devs from 343, and we will be analyzing the multiplayer trailer. That is what I will be doing on Thursday. Oh, hell yeah, I'm excited for Outer Worlds 2. Obsidian, I mean, dude, Obsidian's great. I mean, between the first Outer Worlds, they're making Avowed, they're doing Grounded. I'm so happy for that studio. Again, this is where getting acquired by Microsoft is actually a good thing, because Obsidian now gets to just focus on being Obsidian and be as creative as they possibly can be. You know, I'll take you all the way back to a game like Alpha Protocol. You know, if they'd have had the proper funding and QAing back then, that game might still be a thing right now. Fallout New Vegas, which to me is the gold standard for the Fallout games, is an Obsidian game. Outer Worlds was fantastic. So yes, I'm looking forward to that sequel. I'm looking forward to Avowed, and I'm looking forward to all the stuff they're doing with Grounded as well. Kevin, love the Microsoft presentation. Keep up the great work. No, thank you. Appreciate that. And I think I missed... Wait a minute. What am I more excited for, Carrie's saying? The multiplayer or the single player? The Halo campaign, the story is what has always gotten me in the door. So I'm more excited for that right now, because I want to see them not to come to a conclusion, because I doubt it will be, but I want more of Chief and Cortana. I mean, I care about those characters. I have over the years, and I want to care about them again. So I hope they nail it. And what we saw yesterday looks like that's the direction they're going. I'm scrolling back up here because I think I missed a question, or maybe I didn't. Oh, someone was asking about the Battle Pass. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's going free to play, you had to expect they're going to do a Battle Pass. Obviously, the cosmetic items with some of the customizations will be monetized as well. That's just a part of doing business. If you want to get as big an audience as you can, you go free to play, which is what they're doing. And then you basically earn the engagement by giving a great gaming experience. And then people, kind of like Fortnite, will then happily, you know, pay on the back end to want to continue to play the game and support the game. And Mauricio, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for the super chat. Just want to give some flowers and congrats on everything coming your way. I've been loving your spaces. Open forum Ascent looks great. No, thank you. Yeah, I may be having an announcement about the spaces / Clubhouse stuff that I'm doing. I'm literally waiting for the ink to dry before I say it. But just pay attention on social media. I may be saying something here soon about that. But I really do enjoy having those conversations on Spaces and on Clubhouse, because it basically just allows me, you know, to have an open forum, bring people up. You know, we can have a dialogue, you know, where we get that real, you know, human interaction versus just me talking at a camera. I get to actually talk to a person and have a back and forth, and I really like that. Let's see. Keep doing great work. And what time to be a gamer between yeah, and this is the thing that I constantly say. And my channel, it's my stream, I can say what the hell I want. The console war stuff is dumb. It really is. It is one of the more childish and juvenile things that I've ever seen, because I understand if kids were doing it, but we see a lot of adults doing it, and they do it because of social media, and they have the safety of being behind a keyboard, because you would never talk to people in person the way that people talk to each other online. And this whole brand loyalty nonsense is so silly to me. Yes, I'm hosting an Xbox event, but guess what? My most anticipated game this year is Horizon Forbidden West. What do I think right now is the game of the year? Ratchet & Clank. Absolutely love Returnal, you know, as examples. There's nothing wrong with liking games. Don't like platforms, like games. That's the point. There's great games on PlayStation. There's great games on Xbox. There's great games on Nintendo. There's great PC-only games. We're starting to see great cloud games. Be a fan of games. Have brand loyalty to games. Don't have brand loyalty to platforms. That's silly to me. You can like everything, or you can like only one thing. That's okay. But what you like you should not care what the next person likes. Worry about what you like. That's the only advice I can give anyone when it comes to this stuff. The rest of it is just juvenile to me. This is why, unfortunately, I don't engage as much on social media as I used to. I used to love to have the back and forth, but it's gotten very toxic to where I basically kind of just got to say what I say and keep it moving. Because if I don't, I mean, people just say some of the most awful things possible that they would never say to you in person. And it's pretty much pointless for me to engage with that stuff. So if you tweet at me and you say something kind and I don't respond, please don't take it as a slight. It's just, I try to not dumpster dive into the comment section anymore because it's very toxic and it's pointless. I do sometimes, but I definitely will not engage with people that are being disrespectful because that's pointless. It's just absolutely pointless. They want your attention when it comes to that. And I give that advice to everyone. You know, surround yourself with people that are being positive. The negativity stuff, the console war stuff, it's just silly. And there's no place for it, in my opinion. Over 40 gamer tip my head to your stand spot game. And honestly, I don't even think it's an age thing. I just think it's a human being thing. Be a good person. I mean, really. I mean, why be an asshole on the internet? What does that get you? I mean, I don't understand what you think you're accomplishing by being a troll on the internet or by saying really mean and hurtful things to other people on the internet. Because again, you would not say these things if you were in person. It is just flat out comical to me how people do things like that. But if you were to show that same tweet to your significant other, or even better yet, your children, they would be ashamed of you. Think of it that way. Say and do things that your family would be proud of. Don't say and do things that you know they would be ashamed of. It's as simple as that. So what else we hear? I think I skipped a few things. Trying to go back. Oh, well, again, to everyone with the kind words, I truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. Inventory, any chance for Twitter ban appeals? Wasn't trying to be disrespectful. And I'm not going to call you out other than to simply say, if I've blocked you on Twitter, then you were being an asshole. I mean, it's as simple as that. And I have zero patience for that. I will block you and I will move on with my life. Because again, talk to people the way you want to be treated. It's as simple as that. So no, I don't quote unquote do ban appeals because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. So I block you, I move on. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being civil here, but I would hope you take that as a lessons learned for the future on how you interact with people online, because I don't have patience for that. And no one should. If I'm not being disrespectful to you, why do you think it's okay to be disrespectful to me? I mean, it's really as simple as that. You would not go to your job and talk to a coworker that way. So why is it okay to talk to me? You're not going to talk to a stranger on the street that way. So why do you think it's okay to talk to me that way? And that applies to everyone, not just me, everyone. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Show respect. Respect is a two-way street. So sorry I blocked you at some point, but I don't look back. I keep moving forward. I mean, it's really as simple as that. Let's say, hey, looking forward to Nintendo tomorrow. Any must-haves on your list? I mean, I'm just walking into Nintendo with an open mind. I would assume we're probably going to see some Zelda things. You know what I want? My wish list? I want a new Donkey Kong game. I would love to see that announced tomorrow. I highly doubt we're going to see anything with the new Switch. I'm assuming that'll be later on. But I would love to see something new from Donkey Kong and Metroid. Would love that too. Excuse me. And any new IP that Nintendo can unveil would be welcomed by me. And what do we got here? And I'm going to scroll back a little bit because I know I've been missing things. Yeah, I mean, look. Oh, let me answer. What do you think about Avatar? I'm a huge fan of the Snowdrop engine. So let me say this. Yeah, huge fan as well. Huge fan of those folks over at Massive and everything that they've done so far with the Division. I'm really looking forward to the Avatar game. And I couldn't help but think the entire time watching that trailer, this is the same engine that's going to give us a new Star Wars game. So I would simply say be excited about that. And going back down, I'm scrolling through questions here. Yeah, I would just say, yeah, as far as you don't have to be an influencer in the media or whatever to not tolerate nonsense on social media. I mean, you do have to set boundaries on what you will accept. And I don't accept people being disrespectful to me. Be a good person. I'm a good person. It's not hard. What do we have here? You're a really good person. Appreciate that. Just reading through questions. I do apologize for the silence here. Let's see if you're the president of the game business. And let me say this. So, I think it's okay to say this. I'll say this much. I'll have a lot more to say about it after Thursday. So while I was in Seattle, I was able to have an extended conversation with Sarah Bond, and we talked about the lack of people of color, not only in the quote unquote gaming influencer media side, but also on the other side of the fence, especially at the senior levels, at the leadership levels. We need to cultivate that. If there's anything that I can do to help motivate more people of color, more women to want to get into gaming on the creativity side, on the marketing side, on the actual business leadership side, actually making the decisions that kind of shape and craft the things that we see moving forward, I would love to be a part of that. I think if I have anything long term in this industry, it's going to be doing that. And that's what I want to. So I'll talk more about this later, but Sarah Bond is an incredible person. I was so happy to see her basically after Todd Howard, introduce us into the Xbox Bethesda showcase yesterday. I think she's a very important person in this industry. I'm a huge fan, and I wish her nothing but success moving forward. Like, I could see her one day leading all of Xbox when Phil's done. I truly can, because I think she's that phenomenal of a person. But I'll talk more about that another day. Yeah. So let's see. Going back here. I talked about Cyberpunk earlier. I'm still waiting for some updates to happen on that. Yeah, that was the impressive thing with Microsoft, that I think everything they showed yesterday was great, and that's the stuff that's coming in the next 24 months. And then you think about all the stuff that they didn't talk about, and that should get you excited too. They're trying to get the steady cadence of games going with all the studios that they have, and obviously putting that stuff in Game Pass. It's pretty impressive. And Crystal, okay, thank you for the super chat. All this talk about blocking. When is Khalif getting blocked for all the disrespectful feats towards you for the way he treats his ribs? I love Khalif. Khalif's my brother. We obviously have a lot of fun with that, and that's how social media should be, having fun. We're just having fun with it. At the end of the day, we're probably each other's biggest fans when it comes to a lot of stuff that we're doing right now, in content creation and in gaming. And that's how it should be. We should be able to have friendly banter back and forth, same as I do with Danny and Pete as well. So no, I love Khalif, and don't worry. I'll come up with something to get him back. Trust me. And yeah, Mike, I'm very excited to see this live action Cowboy Bebop. To know that Yoko Kanno is going to be heading up the whole musical soundtrack for that show has me very excited. I'm a huge Cowboy Bebop fan. My gamer tag is literally from Cowboy Bebop. That's how much I loved it all the way 20 years ago, and I still love it to this very day. It's funny, I was just doing a rewatch, and I actually tweeted about this the other day. Since I'd been traveling, I was just kind of watching Cowboy Bebop every night, and it's crazy how much it still hits me emotionally, because it's about family. It's not about the family you're born into. It's about the family that you make and what that means. Again, spoilers, but when Ed and Ein leave, oh, dude, I was in tears because I cared. I care about those characters so much, so dearly. They mean so much to me. And it's just phenomenal how we're 20 years since that show. I mean, more than 20 years, really, because it came out in 98. And it still just absolutely holds up. So I do hope the Netflix show can honor what that animated series did, and just keep that legacy going. And let's see, going back up, some more comments here. Oh, Jamie, appreciate that. Yeah, again, I'm excited for Thursday. I'm excited for the show, and again, I just hope everyone enjoys it. Really looking forward to the feedback that happens after that. And Stravos, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for the super chat. It seems like Xbox and Disney are getting close. Marvel actors are showing up in Xbox commercial. Disney Plus is in Game Pass, and the Pirates are joining Sea of Thieves superhero game next. It does make you wonder, right? We're definitely seeing a very close partnership unfolding between Xbox and Disney. And yeah, it'll be interesting. We do know that Machine Games is making that Indiana Jones game, and we've all assumed it will be multi-platform. Maybe it's not. I would say at a minimum, whatever that Indiana Jones game is, day one on Game Pass. Regardless if it's on PlayStation or on Nintendo or wherever else, it'll be day one on Game Pass. And what else do we have here? Did you see the new Starfield trailer that dropped today? I didn't see anything that dropped today. I mean, obviously I saw what they showed on Sunday, but I haven't seen anything today. What else do we have here? Let's see. Yeah, so, yeah. Tony, yeah, let's not spam the chat, please. But again, I appreciate everyone that's hanging out here. I really do. Looking out here, I'll probably hang out for like to the top of the hour here, so about another 5-6 minutes. So again, if you got any questions or comments or anything, just let me know, and we'll go through it. In NYC, thank you for that super chat. You've been absolutely killing it this year. It's mad exciting to watch you do the damn thing. Excited for Thursday. That said, let's go Halo. So pumped. Again, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat. Thursday should be a lot of fun. It's good to be excited about Halo because I have been down on it since Halo 5 because it was disappointing. Even doing a replay earlier this year, that campaign, I'm like, my God, what the hell were they thinking? So yeah, I'm excited for Infinite. I love that Joe Staten jumped in and is kind of leading this effort. The multiplayer stuff looks good. The story bits looks good. I'm excited for it. 20-year anniversary, and I've said it many times. They know they can't screw this up. They know it, or that franchise will lose relevance. It might be a permanent loss of relevance if they don't get this right with Infinite. So I'm excited to see. Oh, hell yeah, I'm excited to get my own AI like Cortana in the multiplayer. It's gonna be great. Really looking forward to it. I think that's a neat thing to do. It's on Bethesda's YouTube channel. Yeah, I'll have to go check that out, John. I had no idea they were putting out more Starfield content trailers or anything. And Corey's saying, hey, what advice do you have for someone that wants to follow in my footsteps? My advice is pretty simple when it comes to that. I've been doing this since June of 2006. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of, number one, it takes a lot of patience. It will take some luck. It will take refining your craft, a lot of reps. And when I say reps, that means putting out content and listening to constructive feedback, good critical feedback. So, you're not in an echo chamber where you think everything you do is great, but really it's not. The other advice is surround yourself with people that will push you towards success. My inner circle, I love them to death. I don't know if you saw, I put on social media the video that Pete and Danny put out. I joke around about Khalif all the time, but people like that, Tanya, Cicero, Sharif, hell, Greg Miller and all the folks over at Kind of Funny, they've just accepted me into the family and made me one of their own. Believe it or not, a big person who's been a huge help to me, and I didn't even realize it at the time, has been Alana Pierce, as an example. Ryan McCaffrey, I cannot say anything without uttering his name. He's been such a huge help to me over the past year. So it's surrounding yourself with people that are going to push you to be great, man. And there is some luck involved in all this. Like I said, it's taken me a long time to even get to this place, whatever place I'm in. I still have no idea. but you know, just do this ultimately because you love to do it. Don't do it because of numbers and worrying about how many people are following you and all that. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because you love it. If it's not fun, why are you doing it? Right? So the day I don't have fun doing this is the day I stop. I've always said that, and I believe it. And I did stop at one point in 2011 because it wasn't fun. And it was Danny and Pete that, quote unquote, pulled me back in and made it fun again. And that's how you got to look at it, man. So hope that helps. But you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I mean, not everyone is going to have instant success doing this. Some people, even long term, will not have success doing this. That's where the luck part comes in. But if you stay true to yourself, you have fun doing it, that's all you can do, right? And like I said before, surround yourself with the right people. You know, you are who you associate with. If you associate with good people, you will be a good person, and that will be noticed. If you associate yourself with a bunch of assholes, you're an asshole. I mean, it's really that simple. All right, let's see. I don't want to miss out on everything. Gaming Dad, Jesus, you old as me. Gaming Dad, I'm not Gaming Dad. Don't call me that. Hey, I still look good for my age. What's this? What is the Bucks record going to be this year? The 17 game thing is so weird to me. So I'm gonna say that the Bucks will be. I think we lose 4 games. So what is that? 13-4. I think we're gonna go 13-4. I think we're gonna win the NFC South. Think we get the number 1 seed and a bye. And then all this is predicated on injuries, clearly. If the wrong people get hurt, we won't do it. But if we can stay relatively healthy, I think we got a shot to get back. I do, because everything's in place. And as a Buccaneers fan, who's a long-suffering Buccaneers fan, I'm on cloud 9 right now, so can't nobody take my high away. What else do we have here before we get out? Because got about a minute here. Gonna jump out. Oh, thank you for that, Arctic. Yes, Shaq Eye Gear. Go to shackeyegear.com. Use the code GTR and get 10% off these glasses. They're cool. I like them. Obviously, I'm wearing a pair right now. But yeah, thanks to Shaq. And we're angling to get Shaq to come on the show too. I'll give up that little hint. But we're working on it. TBD. Wait a minute. Before I go, can I live react to Bethesda? I have no idea about this video, anything. So unfortunately, I can't live react to it, and I do have to go. At the top of the hour. I got some other commitments I need to take care of, and trying to see these last few comments here again. So I'll just wrap it up at this point because I do have to split. Again, thank you guys. I honestly just was like, hey, let's just watch a Halo video. Just decided last minute, and this turned into an entire hour conversation. So I appreciate everyone hanging out. These are fun to do. I definitely need to do more of these in the future. I've been neglecting it on my personal channel, but if I'm not here on the personal channel, obviously appreciate anyone that subscribes to the channel. Make sure you check me out on Gamertag Radio. Check me out on Kind of Funny. And please, this Thursday, June 17th, 10 a.m. Pacific, I will be the host of the Xbox Game Showcase Extended. Really hope you can tune into that. Really looking forward to your feedback after. Thank you guys for checking this out. Paris, this was fun. Halo looks great. And yes, I will go watch the Starfield thing, and I'm sure I will have some thoughts here later today. But until then, hope everyone has a